What it do, people? 86 got your fix. Um, this is a 2009 Scion XB. It has an oil consumption issue. I'm about to tell you a treatment that gets your car back to not burning so much oil, free up that loose piston ring. That's whatever your engine is burning oil. So I do all of them. Anyways, I went to the heavy duty Berryman Kimmy Dip, basically heavy duty parts cleaner. I also have a syringe, and every time you do an oil change, before you do your oil, take out your spark plugs, your ignition coils. You're going to put 1 ounce per cylinder, let it sit for 4 hours, and then in the process, probably at the 2 hour mark, with nothing installed on your car, turn it over, let the pistons move around, let the stuff agitate, let it just move, and then sit for another 2 hours. So 4 hours max. And then you'll, at the 4 hour mark, you crank your car, get everything to blow out. If you have a air compressor, that works best as well. Grab your air compressor, um, preferably one with a long nozzle, and stick them down in your cylinders and blow as much as you can out of there, because you want to get this cylinder as dry as possible, or else you risk your car not starting and stuff like that. So after you blew everything out, put your spark plugs back, put your ignition coils, start your car up, and or before you do that, you want to do your oil change, of course, drain your oil and reset all that stuff. But do this treatment every time you do your oil change. Do not run your car to the extreme oil mileage. I mean, just do it early. Who cares? A couple of extra bucks to do your to oil early, and the result is you're going to get restore your motor. Basically, to replace this motor, you're talking $3,000 to put new pistons rings to get this rebuilt, or you can spend $30 and do this treatment every oil change at the 2,500 mile mark. Now, before I did this car was burning a quart every 400 to 500 miles. Now, since this oil treatment, this is only my second or third time doing this. Um, so every time I change my oil, I reset the light. And so let's see. So trip B, I'm at 2,000 miles, 2,071 miles on this oil. So I'm about to drop that right now. I haven't even reached the $2,500 mark. And then the trip is every time I fill up the dipstick, when I top it off, I reset it. So since I put oil in the car, I have drove 777 miles. I better play the lotto or gamble on something today. So, so, um, I'm way over the 400 or 500 mark. I should be a quart low, like probably 2 quarts low, because if you do that math. But since the treatment, I have been getting a response out of this O-ring. I think I unstuck it, or however you want to call it, but it's working a lot better. I'm going to try to do this with one hand. All right, you see there's nothing on the dipstick. So put the dipstick in. and pull it out. And we are, what, a quarter? So almost a quart low. We still got a quarter. I'm probably can reach the 1,000-mile mark and it will be a quart low. And that's exactly the direction you want to be heading. Toyota specs are 1,000 to 1,200 miles. A quart low or less is factory specs. So if you're burning more than a quart in 1,000 miles, your engine is basically redeemed bad. But as you see, it's a major, major improvement. So anybody with this same issue with the 2009 engine from Toyota 4-banger has issues. So anyway, so now spark plugs is out, ignition coil is out, cylinders is exposed. Get our parts cleaner. And we'll get an ounce. That's about an ounce. Really don't matter. Stick it down in there. Cylinder 1. Cylinder 2. Yeah, you guys really need a compressor. Other than that, if your cylinder is too wet, it will not start. I have seen a video where a guy using like seafoam. Seafoam to me seems to dry out quicker. But this parts cleaner stays more of a solvent. So the first time I had a hard time starting the car. Spark plugs were all wet, all of that. Also, if you guys want to see the spark plugs, I haven't really cleaned them yet, but they're not, oily. A little bit of carbon on them, and these are brand new spark plugs, basically 2,000 miles on them. Because the last time the car wouldn't start, I had put 4 ounces of fluid, but since it's done such an amazing job this time, I'm cutting it down to an ounce. And so you want to get you a compressor and something with a long spray nozzle. This is what I got. I had to bend it a little bit so I can stick it down in the cylinders. So as you see, I can get it. See, it just slides all the way in there. So I use this to blow it out. In about 2 hours or hour, I'll just dry start the car. Let the pistons move, let it cycle, maybe agitate it a little bit, then let it sit longer. Then I'm gonna drain the oil, replace the oil filter, button, put everything back, start it, and then that's it. So if you have a oil consumption issue on probably any vehicle, but it makes these 4 cylinders easy because the access to the cylinders is right on top versus a V6. You got the 3 in the back. So buy you some Berryman Chem Dip and save your engine. $3 grand back into my pocket. So 86 got your fix. If you want savings, then it doesn't hurt to try this at all. $30, a little bit of your time, chilling and drinking, drinking and chilling. So um, it is what it is. All right, peace.